people does not consider.
We don't even consider that we are the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. All right, that's who we are. We are the Israelites according to the Bible. This is the information that they was hiding from us. This is why in these times when we were in slavery, they didn't want us reading the Bible. You ever heard of the slave Bible? Where they got a Bible, but they done took most of the books out of it because they didn't want us to read the books that would help us put everything together. They push doctrines on us like slaves, obey your masters. Yeah, because they wanted to make us subservient to them. But the Bible is actually any of our people that rose up, your Gabriel Prosers, your Nat Turners. What was the tool of the insurrection? The Bible.
So what's the difference between the Israelites and the Moors?
Same thing, different name. The Moors were Israelites. They just didn't know. They called us Moors back in when we were in Spain. Moor, the term Moor just means black. So those blacks that were ruling in Europe and Russia and Spain, those were the Moors. They were Israelites.
Okay, so maybe I should have been a little more clear because I know that part. Okay, so what I'm saying is what's the difference between the Moors and the Israelites? Because you got a lot of Moors that go under Islam.
Yeah.
So that's what I really meant. I said what's the difference?
Yeah, a lot of our people follow Islam. Islam is an Arab religion. Give me somebody grab my sign for me. Turn that around right there.
Yeah,
not you.
You ready to put in the work.
He's ready to go already. All right, so these are man-made religions. All right, now Islam is an Arab religion. All right, and our people were forced to follow that. Give me Jeremiah chapter 3. We were forced to follow Islam. Jeremiah chapter 3. Deuteronomy 28 and 64. That was one of the curses that was put upon us for not keeping God's laws. Is that we would be mixed up in other religions. Give me 28 and verse 64 first. Hold that. All right. So in the time when we were ruling Spain, Russia, and Germany and France, we ruled in Europe for 1,000 years, but we ruled in wickedness. We ruled as Moors, as so-called Christians. You heard of the Byzantine Empire? That was us, following Christianity. All right, you got it. This is one of the curses that would fall upon the Israelites. Read
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people.
We would be scattered among all people. We wouldn't be in our land amongst multitudes of our people. We would be scattered amongst other nations of people. Because remember, the other nations hated us.
We are scattered.
So we were few in number amongst these nations that hated us. Read.
From the one end of the earth, even unto the other.
That's what you see right here on this transatlantic slave trade. We were sent all over. This is just the transatlantic slave trade. We were sent down into the sub-Saharan parts of Africa.
Okay, I get all that. I get that. Which is okay as far as the separation and all that. How we were sent everywhere because of the slave trade.
Right.
So that's pretty much just catching straight to the point. So that's why you're saying that's why some of the Moors just follow Islam.
Right.
Just like some people they be following Baptists and all that other crazy foolishness.
Right. Moor is not a nationality. That's Moor is black. That's a color. Like Moreno, you hear the so-called Hispanic people say Moreno. Right. That just means black. All right. Read. And this is a curse of how we got into all these different doctrines and not following what was given to us as a heritage, which was God's laws. Read.
And there shall thou serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known.
That's how we got into serving Islam. That's how we got into serving they had us in East India, Iraq, all these different places. We called ourselves by another name, and we served a different religion. But we were the same people. We were the Israelites that were scattered to these different places. You see what I'm saying? Now, these brothers that's walking around talking about Moorish science and stuff now, a lot of them teach a bunch of different philosophies. You know, I've never studied into what they teach, because once I got into this, I realized that this was the truth. This is what we were missing. All right? Because give me Romans 8 and verse 16. This is unrefutably our history right here. All right? Because this book, the spirit that's in this book, bears witness with everything we went throughout history and everything we're going through today. I could go in this book, read you something, you could turn around and see it.
That's King
Read.
James Version?
It's the book.
Yep, is the King James Version. Read.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 16. The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of God.
So what's written in this book, you're going to be able to hear it and be like, yes, that's us.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. Give me Isaiah 51 and verse 20.
That.
When you go in our neighborhoods, where are a lot of our men at on the streets?
In jail.
When they out on the streets, where are they?
On the corner.
They on the corner.
About a liquor store.
They hanging in front of the liquor store. They hanging on the block. They all over. They call it the trap. Read this. Look at what the Bible say. Read.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 51, verse 20. Thy sons have fainted. They lie at the head.
Wait a minute. Read it again from the top.
Thy sons have fainted.
What does it mean, thy sons have fainted? The sons of God, our sons, they fainted. They lost consciousness. They lost recognition of who they are, who their God is, and what they're supposed to do.
They made a God image.
Our people have lost consciousness. We don't know what we're doing. We're just milling about, especially our men, milling about with nothing to do from early in the morning to late at night.
That's why I don't like to see men with their pants hanging down like that, because they the image
Showing
of
their
God.
butt.
They say they in the image of God.
And then acting tough. How you tough with your bottom out?
Right.
I don't get that part. Read that again from the top.
Thy sons have fainted. They lie at the head of all the streets.
You know what the head of all the streets is? The corner, the middle of the block, right on the curb. This book is talking about us. Ain't no other community are they doing that. They can't claim this. Read.
As a wild bull in a net.
Are they cool, calm, and collective? No, they bucking like a wild bull in a net. All right? Read.
They are full of the fury of the Lord, the rebuke of thy God.
Because we're suffering the curses of Deuteronomy 28. All right? Go to Deuteronomy 28 and verse 68. How did we get here? I'm showing you how that this Bible bears witness, the spirit of this book bears witness with our spirit that this Bible is talking about us. This is our book. How did we get here? How did we get here? I know you know. Drop that knowledge on us.
It say we came here on ship.
It say that's documented history.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It say we came here on ship.
That's how we came over here. Cargo slave ships, 1619. They pulled us off the west coast of Africa. All right?
Hey, but so check this here out, right?
Right, real quick, hold on. This is how we got here. The Bible documented this. Read.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
And the first time in Egypt, when you read the book of Exodus, we were in Egypt serving bondage under the so-called Hamitic races. All right? The Africans, the Egyptians. There were Syrian regimes in there. There was Canaanite regimes in Egypt. All right? Read.
By the way wherever I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
What did we see no more again? Our homeland. We've been brought over here in cargo slave ships in chains, and we never seen our homeland again. We don't even know where our homeland is. They say, where you from? Oh, from Africa. Where in Africa? How many countries in Africa?
Bring it out.
54 countries in Africa. Which one are we from? Which dialect did we speak? Which tribe did we come from in Africa?
But all of us didn't come over.
All right, so you had a question. You had another question.
I did, but so much going through my mind right now.
Hey, let's get it all out. That's what we're here for. We're here to clear, because there's a lot of confusion in the minds of our people because of what?
Okay.
This right here. It's taught us a lot of lies. So that's why we out here. We out here to clear up the confusion on who we are and what we must do and who our God is. All right? Give me Isaiah 1 and 3 until you come up with your thought. Isaiah 1 and 3. Let me show you something about what God said about our people.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 1, verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner.
An ox. Everybody know what an ox is, right? It's a big animal. Big stubborn animal. He knoweth his owner, though. An owner can go to an ox and go, and that thing will run over to him. He knows that's his master, but you'll do it, that thing will look at you like you crazy. Read.
And the ass his master's crib.
A donkey. You could drop a donkey off him and walk with Tosa, and he'll walk back to your house. He knows where he lives. He has a sense of where to go, where his home is, where his family is, where to get fed. But what? Read.
But Israel.
But who?
Israel.
That's you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. But Israel, read.
Doth not know.
We don't know who we are. We think we African Americans, Afro American, Asiatic, the original man, Moors. We got all these different names we go by because we don't know who we are. Read.
My people doth not consider.
We don't even consider that we are the 12 tribes of the children of Israel.
Right.
All right, that's who we are. We are the Israelites according to the Bible. This is the information that they was hiding from us. This is why in these times when we were in slavery, they didn't want us reading the Bible.
Right.
You ever heard of the slave Bible? Where they got a Bible, but they done took most of the books out of it because they didn't want us. They didn't want us to read the books that would help us put everything together.
Bring it up.
They pushed doctrines on us like, slaves, obey your masters.
And then they show you a picture of a white man.
Yeah.
Your master.
Yeah, because they wanted to make us subservient to them. But the Bible is actually any of our people that rose up, your Gabriel Prosers, your Nat Turners. What was the tool of the insurrection? The Bible. This is what enlightened their spirit. That's why they put themselves. Give me Revelation 2 and verse 9. That's why they called one of the reasons we don't know, we read Israel does not know and does not consider, is because it's been hidden from us. We got a people over there that's claiming to be us. So for years, we look at this book like this has nothing to do with us. This is white folks stuff. So we looking at all these other dumb doctrines, Egyptology. You got brothers chanting now.
Bring it up.
Hell, we walking around chanting. Nam Yo Renge and all that old goofy mess.
Bring it
Book
up.
of Revelation, chapter 2, verse 9. I know thy works and tribulation.
Our works, the works we put in, we built this whole country.
Right.
Every country we've been scattered in, we built them up.
That's right.
The Afro-Iranians, the Afro-Iraqis, the Afro-Indians, the Yazidis. We built everywhere we go. We built those nations up. Read.
I know thy works and tribulation.
And because we've been through mad tribulations. Why? Because all these nations hate us. We're hated by all nations. Read.
And poverty.
And poverty. Our people are in poverty. And listen, even if you get a contract, even if you become a basketball player, yeah, you got a little money, but the rest of your people in poverty. You can't do nothing. How many grocery stores we got as a nation? As a whole, as a people? How many clothing stores we got? If these people decide not to sell us any food or to cut off our water, where can we relocate to? Where can we relocate to? We're in poverty. We have no natural resources. Read.
But thou art rich.
You're rich. Why? Because the promises in this Bible pertain to you and only you. That kingdom of heaven that everybody is talking about, that's only for the Israelites. Sweet Jesus that everybody is talking about, they can't wait to come back. He only died for you, and he's coming back to deliver you. He ain't coming back for nobody else. As a matter of fact, when he comes, they're going to try to fight against him. All right? Read.
And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews.
The blasphemy. Those people who say they are Jews are committing a blasphemy against God. They say they are Jews. What? They say they are Jews. They're Jew-ish. Something like. Read.
And are not, but are the synagogue of Satan.
They're the synagogue. They're the church of the devil. So guess what? 2 Corinthians 6 and verse 17. We got to stop following these people. We got to come back to our Bible. We got to come back to our laws.
Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.